Hey, Jeb, what's the word?
Expo.
Can you use that in a sentence?
I can't wait to go to Expo.
Strip Club Video with Danny Meyers, Dane Hansen, and Jeb Jarrell starts now.
Strip Club Video. What's up, guys? Man, I am Danny Meyers. We got Dane Hansen. We've got Jeb Jarrell, and we have got Dr. Rock with us as our special guest here today. What's up, Doc?
What's up, guys?
Oh, man. Hey, Doc, I'm going to talk to you a whole lot here in just a little bit. Real quick, though, Dane and Jeb, last week's show, the one where we debuted Michael and Josh's song back to Expo, or Expo to Miami it was. Man, we got some great feedback. That thing got shared around a lot, and everybody's just got people pumped and excited. What have you guys heard?
Oh, everyone loves it. Everyone I've shown it to, and it definitely got us excited. That production value on that was amazing. Those guys put so much effort, time, and money into that it came out absolutely spectacular.
I watched it several times, and I can't stop watching the end of it where Josh trips into the into the bushes.
The slam dunk and Josh tripping backwards.
Those are my favorite two spots, and the song's great, of course, but those are hilarious to watch. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen it, all of our strip club video shows are on my website, djdannymeyers.com, or on pandamembers.org. Now, Michael had a line in his song called The Roasting of a Legend. And that's what we're going to talk about today, the roasting of a legend. We have got Dr. Rock with us here today. He is the legend that's about to be roasted at Expo. And how are you, man?
I'm doing just great. Just stormy weather here in Texas, but I'm all hunkered in right here and relaxed and talking to some great friends that I see once a year, probably sometimes twice a year when we have an extra little adventure to go to. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. Can't wait to see you here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Well, Doc, I'll tell you, one of the cool things, they haven't done this in a while. Panda hasn't done this in a while, but we're going to do a roast this year. And first of all, I'm going to go to Jeb because he's the one that selected Doc Rock to be roasted. Am I right, or was that Dane?
Well, actually, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of a platypus idea. He thought it would be absolutely hysterical to put this together and bring back the roast that started the Panda parties, and kind of bring it back full circle with the roast of Doc Rock.
The Marky Mark roast was anybody that ever saw that or has ever heard any of that part of that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen or heard in my life. And so I'm thinking that this is gonna show that one way up because the people that are going to be involved in it. I know Bobby's got to be very prepared for this. Mm-hmm. And look at all the material that Doc gives people to work with. So it's going to be great.
Well, okay, for those who don't know who Doc Rock is, let's start talking about Doc in your past. Okay, first of all, you've been a Panda longer than I have. I know that. You've been a Panda since the very beginning, right?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then
back when Sparky was on the board.
Oh, yeah. God, we're going
long time.
Now he's on the road.
So you've also not only a strip club DJ, but you're a dancer, professional dancer, right?
Well, we're not considered professional dancers, but we dance for a major organization for the Dallas Mavericks. I recently retired, though, but I did it for 12 years. Been on TV numerous amount of times, billboards. My picture is even on the Mavs bus. But my picture is right next to Mark Cuban.
Oh,
when I have to send you that picture. You'll go, whoa! People go, stop. Go ahead.
Did you sit next to him, or was that photoshopped in?
It was photoshopped in. Oh. Yeah. They took his picture. They took my picture. Took the player's picture, and then they took everybody's picture. They decided they narrowed down whose picture was going to be on the bus. And out of 17 guys that were on our dance team, I was one of the two that they picked to put on the bus. And my picture just happened to be next to Mark Cuban instead of one of the players.
Yeah, very cool. So you basically the Mavs Maniacs, you guys danced during the commercial breaks, right? On all the TV shows, or?
No, we danced at the halftime shows.
Halftime show, that's right.
Yeah, we do the halftime shows. And then we also had gotten a call from Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, 10 years ago. And he goes, hey, called Mark, said, can we Warrior Maniac guys to perform at the Dallas Cowboys games? halftime shows with our cowboy cheerleaders. He goes, yeah. He says, I'll let you borrow them, but don't try to steal them. Because Jerry Jones wanted to hire us to come on in and call us the Cowboys.
Oh,
The cowboy dancers. The cowboy dancers. So we get to do 3 halftime show a year with the cowboy cheerleaders. This is all pre-COVID, of course. And Jerry Jones would give us 8 tickets to every home game, and whether we were performing or not, but for that particular game, that Jumbotron, which is at Jerry's World, is the largest Jumbotron in the world. And in the third quarter, it was always prearranged. A song would be played, and we would know what song to be played. And on the third quarter, sometime in the third quarter of the football game, that song would play, and we'd go up and start doing our little dance up in the stands. We had great seats down low, and they put us on that 60-yard Jumbotron.
wow.
And people go, whoa. And then we'd have to be wearing cowboy attire, Dallas cowboy attire. And people in the Metroplex area here, if they were just sports fans in the DFW area, they would recognize us. They go, wait a minute, those aren't just regular fans. Those are the maniacs.
Yeah.
And we got that all the time. But if you were just a visitor or you're from a visiting team or first time at a Cowboy game and never been to a Mavs game, you had no idea who we were. But we were up there. We had our moves professionally done. We rehearsed once, twice a week, 2 or 3 hours a night, for every week for years, So some people would recognize us and some people would go, wow, those guys are pretty good for the first time, So
Jeb just pointed out your Saints things. That you're retired, so you can wear the Saints mask now.
Well, I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's a big controversy in my family. Half of us are first and most off Saints fans, and our other half are Cowboy fans because the Saints didn't come into existence till 1967. Before that, we were all big Cowboy fans. So, but I've been a Saints fan from day one. Saints first, Cowboys second.
And then you got to appear on America's Got Talent, and you made it pretty far on that show.
Out of 70,000 acts that year in 2010, 70,000 acts, we made it to the live round, semifinals, top 24, live in Hollywood.
Wow.
And it's so funny because in fact, there's a picture. I think there's a picture back here on my wall. A girl that was on America's Got Talent with us and went to the semifinals with us at the same time. She became pretty big time famous with her violin playing. Her name is Lindsey Sterling.
Oh
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a picture. Let me see if I got it up here. Yeah,
let me show you this, by the way.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's the one. That's the one. Let me show you.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool.
That's Lindsey Sterling before she made it big time.
Yeah, she did the dubstep violin song.
Yep.
Great. Yeah, amazing.
That's
crazy. She became famous, and I'll keep in contact with her once in a while.
And for the kids who don't know, and some of the younger DJs coming in or anyone watching this show, as you can see behind the wall, Doc Rock is quite well integrated and a permanent fixture in the rock and roll scene. And it was because of the time he worked at Clubhouse. And that's definitely kind of how brought me into Doc's world, was following the rock and roll scene that brought me right to Doc's door. And there wasn't, without a doubt, in the 90s and 2000s, if you wanted to rock out, you went to see Doc Rock. And
the Clubhouse was the rock strip club of the nation. I mean, we could play anything from Slipknot to Godsmack, and these guys, Corey Taylor, all these guys, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, all these guys would come in because it was Vinny. It was the Clubhouse. It was Pantera's club, basically. So anybody that was anybody in the rock industry would come to our club. So I got the privilege of course, being Vinnie Paul's business partner and best friend, to meet all the people that I've met through him. Jerry Cantrell, I could give him a call on the phone right now, So if some of these guys would ever come out with a new album or something, I'd call Danny and go, hey, I can get you an interview with this guy because I know him personally, that kind of thing.
They need to get to work.
Yeah, for 25 years, I was at the Clubhouse, and that was the rock club. And of course, as we all know, we sold the Clubhouse a couple of years ago. and they turned it into a more of an urban type gentleman's club. You know, there was a problem after Vinny's death and everything. That was probably a turning point of that. And then, you know, something to add to a little bit of the story of me as far as DJing. When the Clubhouse closed, it closed 2 days before Vinnie Paul's birthday of March 13th. And that was on a Saturday night. And at that time, a few things happened. Number one, I retired. Number two, I quit drinking that day.
Really?
I stopped. Yeah. Now, granted, in the last 2 years, I probably had maybe 5 drinks in a 2-year period. And I quit cold turkey. It was like I had no desire to drink anymore because I only drank at work back in the day. I didn't drink at home. I just drank to be sociable at work. So at that time, I pretty much retired until, and you're going to recognize this. I didn't know if you know this story. For like 6 months, so it was in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 7 months. 7 months, I'd get a phone call from the general manager from Baby Doll Saloon. And it was Dan Hoover, and he goes, hey, Rock, Glenn Miller's real sick. And he's got cancer. And of course, everybody knows who, most of the older guys know who Glenn Miller is. He was the first recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award. He was the very first one. And they said, Glenn's real sick. He can't DJ anymore. And he's been at Baby Dolls for like 35 years. And I'm going, wow, would you like to come out of retirement? I said, well, sure, I'll come help y'all out. Just don't give me weekends. I can just give you something early in the week because I have my club. One of my clubs is in downtown Fort Worth, my dance club called Studio 80, which is doing very well. And I said, yeah, just give me something, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So I'm working, I came in to work 3 nights a week. And then we'd hear from Glenn. I'd hear from Glenn once in a while. And he sounded all right, sounded like he wanted to come back, but there was no way. And at that particular time in October of that year, he was diagnosed with, I can't what kind of cancer he had, but it was bad. And he only had 6 months to live. Well, I don't know. We all know the story now. He lived 15 months and then he passed away. But as far as I was pretty much out of the business. Granted, I was probably maybe waiting for the right offer to come along. And I would, you know, I had offers from other clubs, not to mention any of them, but I just wasn't interested in going to a club that I couldn't be comfortable at. You know, and I know every club has their own genre of music that they have to play. They want to play what the owners play, what the crowd wants. When Baby Dolls called me, they said, well, you know, every third girl has to play country. Okay, I like country. My brother in Colorado is a country western artist. At least every 4 to 6 songs has to be a classic rock song. Okay, I'm good with that. So, and then we got a few heavy stuff, some other stuff you did. I'm looking through the computer. If it's on this computer, you can play it. Well, I go in there, I say, okay, well, Godsmack's on there, good. Manson's on there, good. Rob Zombie's on there, that's good. Wait, there's no Pantera on here. And I asked the other DJs, the head DJ at the time, he goes, no, because we were such rival clubs back in the day, they wouldn't play any Pantera songs. but there is one that they would allow to play, and it was a remake, that Cat Scratch Fever, da 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 da.
Yeah.
That Pantera made a remake of that song. That's the only Pantera song I can play at Baby Dolls. But I made a comeback, and I'm working at Baby Dolls, and I'm loving it because I play some of the newer stuff, some Dua Lipa, maybe some Selena Gomez that I wasn't so familiar with when I was at the Clubhouse. But some of that stuff is pretty good. I like some of that stuff, you know. The hardcore rap, they don't allow it. They don't allow any rap. They don't allow any hip hop. Now, Dua Lipa, Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande,
Pop.
call it what you want, you know, that's acceptable pop music, you know, Taylor Swift, whatever. And I can deal with that. So I'm comfortable back DJing again and filling in for Glenn Miller, you know, and I feel him every day. I'm in there. I go in there and go, man, Glenn was in this booth, and him and I looked up to each other because we've been in the business for so long. because I've been doing it 37 years. He's been doing it for around 38, 39 years.
Right.
But to be able to go back to work at Baby Dolls where he was for 35 years, it felt good. So I'm still there now, working the earlier week shifts, but God rest his soul. He made some, I have people come in, they go, man, you've been here a long time. I'm going, I went, what? Excuse me? They go, yeah, man, you've been DJing, man, you've been here forever. I went, no, you're talking about Glenn Miller. Well, my name is Glenn, but it's not Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
They go, you're not the same guy. I went, do we really look that much alike?
All you old people look alike, huh?
Yeah, all those old people look alike. Yeah. I mean, if you look at his hair, his hair is kind of his own wild hair too. That one picture I think y'all took or somebody took, and it was in one of the magazines or something. He looked like the Joker, But anyway, yeah, Glenn was well liked at the Baby Dolls that I'm at right now here in Dallas.
That's crazy. A good place too, though. I got nothing but love for Dan Hoover. That's still one of my best friends and mentor right there.
Yeah, Dan Hoover's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dane Hansen, can you remember your first time you met Glenn, or any great stories about Glenn you want to share?
And I met him through, honestly, before I met him in person, I met him through Strip Club Radio, and got to know him very well doing that show. So. And then when I finally met him and we gave him the award and things like that, it's just it was a great friendship, and it's sad that he's gone for sure. He's very missed.
Doc Rock, how many expos have you been to?
I haven't missed a one since for the last 20. This will be my 23rd, I believe, 23 in a row.
Wow.
23 nonstop expos.
What started in 1998, so you do the math.
Yeah,
I think it's like 23, maybe 24. But wow. I started in 1998. The very first one I went to was at the Tropicana Hotel. I do remember that, and I do remember back then. I know everything's kind of gone a different direction towards more corporate stuff, but back then they had the first night party or something, or a second night party that have. We went to I think it was the MGM. They had Studio 54 or Studio something over there at the MGM, and they had a live band playing, and everybody had tables and we were drinking, and there was this one featured act. They were called Made in America. They were a duet. One was a blonde, one was a brunette, and the blonde was just stunning. And me, I look after blonde. It's just me. I guess I got dark hair, but anyway, she looked like Pamela Anderson. And I had it back then, instead of wearing my star glasses, I had my round glasses. I had to look like Ozzy Osbourne or Howard Stern. And so I went over to ask her to dance. Nobody was on the dance floor dancing. The band was playing great music. I asked her to dance with her and her all white. I was on all black, looking like two celebrities. We got on that dance floor and talk about all the guys that were taking pictures. Boy, they came out of the woodwork. But they, it looked like Pamela Anderson and Howard Stern dancing together. It was so funny. that was my big experience at Expo. I think it was 1998 at the Tropicana, the very first one they had, the very first one that I went to, and I think I was 5 years after the original Expo. So whatever that started, 93, 92, 93, somewhere around there. So I've been going every year. I don't miss. It's just fun to see everybody once a year. I just like to be around everybody that's in the industry. The industry has grown. It's gone through some major changes, but it's fun to go to. It's fun to now what they call now networking. You go there to network. You say hi to, hey, what's going on? How's your club? And it's so great how Panda does that. If there's, hey, we're looking for DJs in North Carolina. Anybody ready to relocate? Is it worth it? But I get a kick out of seeing all that. And it's a good opportunity for people that younger guys that want to get into the business to get started. That's a good way to start. But just by being in the Panda organization, it's grown so much. I remember when there was just a few hundred. Now it's got to be over 1,000 members.
Over 1,200.
1,200, yeah. But I remember when there was just a few hundred, and it's how it's grown and how y'all really helped it to grow by being in the positions that you're in. president, secretary, whatever, treasurer, just being so involved and keeping it going as strong as it is. And I commend y'all for that. It's amazing job. And I know it's a lot of time consuming job to do. There's a lot of time and effort that you have to put into it. So it's not easy, and you get paid nothing for it. And that's
wait, paid?
What's that?
I have no idea.
Well, wait a minute. One other story here. Paid. Here's how you two guys, how you got paid. One year I had a room, and Jeb goes, "Hey man, you need a roommate?" I went, "Sure, come on, yeah." I thought we share a room, and I think it was in New Orleans. And I had these two chicks that worked for me at the Clubhouse, and they were like hippie girls. They were young, but they were like hippie girls. Like they grew up in a wrong era of time, because as soon as they walked into the room, and Jeb was laying on the bed the first time I saw this, they just walk in. The first thing they do is just take all their clothes off and walking around that room naked. Jeb just goes, "Rock." I said, "That's just how they are. They're hippie. I call them hippie chicks." Mm-hmm. And they love Led Zeppelin, Mamas and the Papas, everything. And the next thing I knew, I heard a knock on the door. "Who is it?" "It's Dane. Come on in, Dane." And so I leave to go eat somewhere or go gamble or whatever I was doing. And I come back in, there'll be a room full of people. Everybody, she's up there playing naked ukulele. Dakota was. And she called me the other day. She goes, "Hey, are you still going to that expo?" I went, "Yes, in Miami this year." She goes,
"I got my ukulele ready."
Yeah, exactly. I got my ukulele right here. I thought, you're in big demand. Trust me, Dakota, you're in big demand. So you might get a chance to see her come. I'm going to give her a call here in a couple of days, see if she wants to come down and hang out and play naked ukulele just for Dane and Jeb. They got such a rise from that appearance, I'm sure. No, but it was good. I'll never forget that time. That was so much fun.
That was fun.
Walk into the room. But anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about this roast coming up. So we're here going to be doing the Doc Rock roast, which we've been planning for a while. Unfortunately, Expo shoved things back a little, or COVID shut things back a little bit as far as Expo goes. But it's finally going to happen. You are the celebrity. You're going to be in the celebrity chair. You're right. About to get roasted. Bobby Mack, incredible comedian, is going to be the roast master. What are you nervous about this at all, or what?
I'm just curious. He had contacted me a while back and wanted me to give some information. I said, "Well, I'm not just going to donate a whole bunch of information. I don't know what you're going to say, but I get, saying going to say, just thinking about it. But no, I don't get nervous over interviews or roast or performing. I'm used to being around crowds. I'm used to people staring at me and looking at me. It's just part of my lifestyle. But I know he's going to say something about my hair.
Oh yeah.
Probably say something about my dancing ability. Maybe say something about my age. Other than that, I cannot think of what he might say to the roast. And I know the roast is going to be something thrown at you, but all in good fun. And I'm willing to take it in good fun. I'm going to take it in good stride, but he's got to remember, I'm a DJ. I've been talking for years. I'm gonna put up my dues. I'm gonna be talking back on, hey, whoa, hold on there.
Yeah.
Hold on, say your prayers, Rabbit. I'm about to blast you. You're wrong here, Duluth. I hate that rabbit. Succotash. And then you got Barney over here with the flips. Hey, friend. Hey, your friend.
We keep them going already.
Those are good. Oh, Dane Hansen, I know you got to have some thoughts in here about this roast.
Man, I like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I remember the last couple that they've had, and they're always really, really good. But again, this one just it has the anticipation factor and everything else of people. It's going to be nonstop comedy all night long. It's going to be.
Bobby Mack's good at that too. He's real good at that. When I was in Memphis with Danny, and he was the host for that whatever that deal was.
Yeah, Bobby was the host.
He was really good. He's real good at what he does. He's real good. I can't think of too many people that are better. Let me think. no, but he's good. He is really good at what he does. I don't know if he can dance like I can, but he's good at what he does.
Yeah, good old Memphis, man. Yeah. So you don't drink anymore, so we can't get that Goose and Red Bull thing going. That you,
well,
Michael
you know,
Davis, and I, we. Woo!
Yeah, we were pouring it down. You know, took an Uber to just go to the liquor store. Hey, stop over here. And of course, and I'll tell you something else, Danny. When I'm thinking about it, Saturday night, my DJ couldn't show up at my club in Fort Worth, my dance club, Studio 80. So I take over the reins. Who knows any more about the 80s music than me? Oh man, I had the crowd rocking. We had over 900 some people through the door, and then around to get my DJ booth, you got to go through a curtain and up the side. I mean, I'm right there to be, and I hear a guy, hey Rock. I look over there, it's Pony Boss.
Jerry
and Eric Langdon from RCI. And Pony, I go, what are you doing here? He goes, hey, we come to check out, you know, because we're partners with Eric at that Studio 80. So, but he brought Pony Boss in, I guess, to go see that fight, for Canelo fight from at Arlington at Cowboy Stadium. But anyway, it was a surprise to see Pony Boss. But going back to the Memphis thing, yeah, we stopped at that. We took that Uber to go get liquor. We stopped at the liquor store. Of course, we have to get a huge bottle of Jägermeister. That's Pony Boss's drink. He loves Jägermeister.
Yeah.
He loves that Jägermeister. So
did you know that?
But,
Oh man, no, that's a secret. He's not out the
You
secret.
let the secret out now.
Yeah. I will correct you slightly. They didn't have, if I remember right, they didn't have big bottles of Jaeger. Didn't we have to buy a whole bunch of the little bottles?
We bought about 3 of the smaller bottles. Yeah, because they didn't have the huge bottle that we wanted. But we all bought the 3 smaller bottles, and yeah, that's his drink. But Pony Boss, and he's a good guy. I didn't realize how many clubs he owns.
And more. Yeah, Dane and Jeb work for him now. So out in Huntsville. And how many clubs does he?
Oh, that's right, in Huntsville.
I don't know.
We'll say more than 15, maybe.
Hell, he's got 5 in Indianapolis.
he's talking about opening up one of our 80s club in Huntsville, I believe.
Oh, cool.
That's what he came out to see our crowd the other night, and he has an interest in opening up 2 or 3. I forgot where he said, but I know one of them he said was probably Huntsville. Is the population of Huntsville that big, Jeb?
No, we just like to party.
Okay, that's good. People get out and about, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they like to have a good time here.
It's definitely probably the more active city in Alabama, being so close to the border, just an hour and a half, hour 40 from Nashville, a couple hours from Memphis. Yeah, so
3 hours from Atlanta. I mean, it's a good central located. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this roast just to see what Bobby Mac's going to do. He's going to be very good at it. He's good at what he does. He's very professional, and should be some fun coming out of this.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely going to be a target-rich environment.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there's no lack of material if they're going to be that night for sure.
No, that's no doubt about that.
We'll be there at 5 a.m. still,
Yes, we will.
Does that start? It starts at midnight at Tootsie, right?
Well, we kind of try to stay flexible on that because people are coming in every time. Our show is going to be a lot shorter. So once we have everybody that we need to start the roast, we'll just start rolling. They will be doing some EDIs on the hour every hour. I think they're starting like at 8, and I think they have 3 or 4 of those. So as soon as they're done with those, we're going to roll over and get our stuff going in the sports bar, the backside of Tootsie's.
Does it storm like it just every time there's Expo? It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It just storms in Texas. Is that how that works?
Yes, every time.
Every year in August it storms going to Vegas. So now it's storming now before Expo in May.
Like they say here in Texas, blink your eye, the weather will change. It's crazy. It's pouring down right now, and it's cold. I got my sweatshirt on. It's kind of cold. But 2 days ago it was 90 degrees.
Wow.
Crazy. Sounds like Dallas.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Doc, I'll tell you, we're looking forward to this. This roast is it's actually in that room. Is it open to the public? You don't need a badge to get into
You don't need a badge. You just need to say that you're at the Panda party.
Okay, so you're with the Panda Party. You can get out there. It is on the Sunday opening party, which is May 23rd,
May 23rd.
at Tootsie's. Expo badges are still available if you want to go to the entire expo and see just a whole lot of things at theedexpo.com, theedexpo.com. Doc, can't wait to see you, man.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to
Looking
see
forward
you.
to it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys. I'm looking forward to it. 2 weeks from today, we'll be there.
Bring your ukulele, man.
I'm going to talk to her about bringing the naked ukulele. Yeah. Some of these new guys won't know what to do with that.
They'll learn quickly.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
There you
will.
go. Thanks, Doc.
Hey, y'all have a good one. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All
See
right.
you, man. Strip Club
All right.
video.